I've made an observation of people over the last few years, and people spend, and in my opinion, waste so much time trying to rationalize and justify why they like things to other people, in some situations, perfect strangers in this context, when those people rarely deserve, or even in many situations, even want an explanation. We have enjoyed crystals and minerals in one capacity or another as far back as history has been recorded. You don't need to rationalize these things to people. If you live in the UK, you may very well be familiar with places like Goff's Cave in Cheddar Gorge in Somerset. Now, we discovered this about 100 years ago. Now, inside this cave, we found a series of bodies. One body in particular was about 9,000 years old, Neolithic man, and was carrying with him a piece of amber. Now, amber is not particularly common in the UK. Sometimes it does wash up on the beaches of the UK. However, it's more common in places like the Baltic, Latvia, Lithuania, Estonia, Poland. This is where the bulk of European amber tends to come from. So it stands to reason that this character might have accumulated this in the UK. However, when this piece of amber was sent away to New York to go and be analysed under UV analysis, we actually found out that this piece of amber had originated in the Baltic. So how did it get there? Now, the only reasonable explanation for this is that there were systems of mercantilism in place longer and further back than we've known how to make pottery. So we've always had this infatuation. There is no reasonable explanation for why a body in Somerset would be carrying a piece of amber from somewhere like the Baltic unless there were these networks of mercantilism that have dated back for literally thousands of years. We've been mining lapis, for example, since 7000 BCE. There have been various different trades of various different materials across the planet, stretching back for millennia. We've found Anglo-Saxon burial chambers in the UK with garnet that we've analysed and realised have been found in places like Sri Lanka, which means there have been systems of mercantilism all the way from places like Sri Lanka in southern Asia all the way to the UK during the period of the Anglo-Saxons. In the UK, and I've said this before, we measure our history by the monarchy. We have the Georgian period, the Victorian era, the Elizabethan era. However, as a species, we measure our history through materials. We have the Stone Age, the Bronze Age, the Chalcolithic period, the Iron Age. As a species, materials bond us together. They are the unifying language that we don't know that we're all speaking, but trust me, we're all speaking it. Therefore, you don't need to rationalize why you like something, because we have this innate, inbuilt love and passion for these things, and really, because of that, off the back of that, you owe nobody an explanation.